Do you remember that drag queen that they were inviting to read storytime books?
No.
To children at a library and stuff. And then they found out the drag queen was molesting children.
Drag Queen Storytime started at the request of library regulars. It was a hit, but it also has its critics. There was a protest over the program in October outside the Montrose Library branch. There was a lawsuit which was dismissed. But then the library revealed this man, Albert Garza, a registered sex offender, was among those participating. He served time for aggravated sexual assault of an 8-year-old in 2008.
And that's not to say that that's always happening.
No,
right?
I'm just saying. You can cut that out if you want.
Oh, yeah, I might. Just, but
can't talk about bad drag queens.
Yeah, can't talk about evil drag queens. Yeah. Just can't call evil evil. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Disney also owns the Muppet Babies. I remember the Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
I remember the Muppet Babies when I grew up. I love the Muppets. Well, first off, Disney did one thing. They replaced the nanny for an episode with a Manny. African-American male Manny or nanny who, let's just say, knowing what I know, clearly presented as metrosexual, I will say, for sure.
What do you mean knowing what you know?
I was in a band and I'm just saying.
You're in a Christian band.
As an adult who knows what metrosexual looks like, who knows how a typically an effeminate male might present themselves.
You were never effeminate.
I didn't say I was. As a grown adult who knows what it's like when a male presents as sort of effeminate, he definitely gives me those vibes, the Manny. And that wasn't the end of it. We can show the clip now where Gonzo comes out as not trans, but what would you call that? Non-binary, let's say, because he can become Gonzarella. He puts on a dress, and he's Gonzarella.
There you are. You missed our royal ball.
We met the most amazing princess. But they ran away, and all they left behind was this.
Everyone, there's something I need to tell you. The princess who came to your ball tonight was me. I'm Gonzarella.
So there's that clip.
That one made me sad.
Yeah, and the pronouns in that?
Yeah. What I found interesting, though, was Gonzo was still in a blue dress, whereas Miss Piggy and whatever other one was there was in pink dresses. I wonder why they didn't give him a pink dress also.
The only time that classic beauty standards are allowed to even be talked about for women is if it's trans. If it's a trans man to woman, classic beauty standards are all that mattered. I got into sort of an online kerfluffle, let's say, with somebody who it was about Leah Thomas, the swimmer, and the person was like, "How dare you? Leah Thomas is like this elegant-looking person versus these other people that aren't elegant-looking women and all this and the other." And I had to stop them there. I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know the defining characteristic of a woman was being elegant-looking. I'm sure there are a lot of women that maybe wouldn't be classically considered elegant-looking that would have words with this person. You know what I mean?
Did you look at me when you said that?
Just to be talking to you.
Just kidding.
I'm sure.
Sorry.
No, but that's the thing. It's frustrating. The only time you can talk about classic beauty standards is if it's trans. The more classic female beauty standard a trans man has, the more they're a woman.
And, I would think that people are saying that they're born this way. And I'm wondering, say 500, 600, 1,000 years ago, when men and women both wore robes all the time, like what would make them a trans back then if they were born that way back then?
One of the things that frustrates me the most, and this is something that I've heard Matt Walsh talked about it, other people talked about it. It's like the whole pronoun thing. The fact that in the Gonzo clip they use they. They're teaching kids to refer to a princess, which is a female noun, right? Like in Spanish, you have male and female word. Like the entire language is male and female. In English, you have female and male words, prince and princess. So they say this princess, they left the party without speaking to anybody versus saying she left.
Yeah.
You don't get your own pronouns, just like you don't get your own prepositions or your own adjectives. You know, it's like if I were to tell you, my adjectives are handsome and brilliant, and whenever you're talking about me, you have to describe me as handsome and brilliant because that's how I identify. Makes no sense.
I don't think it sounds ludicrous.
You don't think it sounds ludicrous for me to be like,
No,
listen,
I'm
Chandra,
saying,
from now on, if you don't refer to me as handsome and brilliant.
I'm saying if you get your own nouns, you should get your own adjectives. I want verbs too.
I can tell what's happening here.
You don't even know how you feel. It's adorable.
You
I'm very fast
are
and
playing
smart.
devil's advocate here, I think. No, you're not. You don't get your own words ever. Like, no.
Yeah. And that, that's something about what we're doing. You're putting yourself out there. You don't know what people are going to, characterize you as and stuff.
Yes.
Like you don't get to choose how other people think about you. You just don't.
Here's the thing. We're Christians on Not Gospel Studios.
Just him.
Just me. Praying for her. She's
Atlantean.
We're Christians here at Not Gospel. Chandra's an Atlantean. And
I've reached my final form.
I have to have a Dragon Ball Z clip in there. But we're Christians here, and one of the reasons why this is a little bit frustrating with the trans thing is I believe in compassion. I believe in treating people with respect and dignity. I'm not gonna, if somebody feels like they have to have these pronouns, chances are because words have meaning, and because she has a meaning to me and he has a meaning to me, I'll probably just call them by their name. Whatever name they've chosen. If they change their name, I don't care if it's a typically female name and they're a male, whatever. I'll call them by their name and be kind.
Yeah.
But I believe that God is love, and they said that loving people is the quintessential element of Christianity, and it absolutely is. Love your God with your whole heart and love other people as much as you love yourself. That's like Jesus 101. Yeah. But a huge part of love, we've said it before, is truth. And I'm not going to lie to somebody. If there's a male that believes themselves to be female, if they want to present themselves like a female to the world, it's okay. You present yourself. That's how you feel comfortable. Yeah. I'm not going to make you feel horrible for that. But don't ask me to lie to you. I can be compassionate. I'm not going to lie to you and say you are something you are not.
Well, I've worked with a few trans people before, which is interesting to me that the people that are driving you must respect our pronouns aren't usually the trans people that you know personally. It's the white liberals.
It's the people that...
Just like with the BLM movement.
It's typically narcissism. It's like condemning other people that don't do it the way that... Like it's the message of the culture.
It's a bandwagon that people get on to help identify themselves and put their own selves forward and virtue signal and stuff. Yeah. But the trans people that I've known, I give my opinion to, they give their opinion to me, and we were able to be friends.
It takes a lot more stones or cojones, however you want to call it, in my opinion, to stand for something that's not so popular. Yeah. Like, I know that's not going to be the popular opinion. I know that people will label you as a transphobe, homophobe, all this stuff, which is not true. Not true at all. But the reality is I don't care about the popularity of my opinion. I care about really loving people. And if I lie to someone to their face, I do not love them. Yeah. End of story. I'm going to be compassionate. I'm going to be caring, generous when possible, but also truthful. That's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. Grace and truth. So if you don't want truth, or if you're not interested in objective truth, change the channel, baby. But seriously, don't change the channel. Just keep watching. Probably not going to use that. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Let's Talk About It. These are a lot of interesting concepts just going around right now. Culture's in a total tizzy. This is May. Big Little Church just came out. We're going to release probably one clip a week from Big Little Church. Let us know what you guys think of that project. We're really excited about it. There's never been a more significant or relevant time to support independent, creative, exceptional content, so please do that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep being awesome, because that's how God made you. Let's talk about it.